Good evening, everybody. How's everybody doing tonight? Hopefully good. Hopefully good. Welcome on in. Welcome to another live. Another live. Another day, another live. It's good to see everybody. It's good to see you guys. Oh, that was today, wasn't it, Ashley? Your Friendsgiving. Was it fun? Ooh. Are you feeling pretty good, Ashley? This is usually the time of the year. If I do have a drink, it's usually around like this time. And that's only because we, go out of town normally to see family. And it's not the family, it's the area. It's, just going back where you grew up. I don't want to go back there. I'm cool with that. I don't, I left for a reason. I feel like there's an eyelash on my eye. I might have to check that. Let me check it really quick. Feels like there's like an eyelash hanging on my leg. Well, of course there's an eyelash, but you know what I mean, like a loose eyelash. I don't know. There we go. It feels better though. Sorry about that. Welcome on in, everybody. Hey, Jules. Hey, Whist. Hey, Doodlebug. Jan's in here. I saw Isabel was in here. Welcome in, everybody. Yeah, happy Thanksgiving. Yeah, especially if I don't see you guys over the next couple of days, because I know that it is busy around this time of the year for a lot of people. Let me know in the chat if you guys plan on traveling this year. I heard that it's going to be like the busiest travel year of like since the early 2000s. I don't know what it is, but I guess everybody decides they want to travel now. So I'm going to move my camera a little bit over a little bit there. Okay. So if you guys don't mind taking a second to hit the like button. If you're new to the channel, I'm Tanya or TitaniumBuilt. Happy Thanksgiving to you, wherever you are. If you're not celebrating Thanksgiving, make sure you're taking care of yourself that day. I love Crime Lines and Lies. I thought that's where you were from. I might Doodlebug. I might take Thanksgiving off. I'm not sure what we're going to do yet. Usually we go to my brother's, but I think this year we may stay home. So if we stay home, we'll probably just, do whatever we normally do. But I don't know. I don't know if we're going to do any traveling this year. I think we might just stay home. I don't know. It's not like a bad thing. We're just debating on what to do. It's not like, it's just, traveling and then, it's just a lot. It's a lot. I'm not a big traveler when it comes to traveling to where I grew up. It makes me feel like, here I am. back in this town, get me out of here kind of thing. But I will tell you, the place that I grew up, it was a small town called Chillicothe. And I grew up there like my whole life pretty much. Okay, Mia. They have the best food. Hands down, that town has the best food. You can go to a McDonald's or you can go to like a higher end restaurant. It's going to be so good. It doesn't matter where you go. It's always good. I don't know what they do down there that's different than around everywhere else I've been, but they just know how to cook some good food there. And they have a lot of really good local talent. Like musicians and stuff like that. They do have a lot of really good people. It's just the towns just kind of went to, hell, putting it very lightly. I don't know what my dog was barking at. I think she wants a bone. I wonder if she got it. We'll find out in a minute if she barks again, because she won't let it go. God love that dog. God love her. Yeah. What is it? Yes. Oh, yes. Doodlebug. I meant to tell you guys before we start the live, I meant to tell you. So when Paige was like trying to get my attention, I didn't realize that's like, I thought she was just like, no, don't go tonight. Like, don't get off the live when I was talking about going to Target, because your girl I don't go to Walmart. So, and it's not because it's Walmart. It's literally because of this Walmart. Like where I live, it is super, super safe. Like I'm talking, like I'm saying this right now, we just had a shooting, but I'm talking like it is, I rarely see a cop. I mean, you don't see like litter, you don't see trash. I mean, you just don't see the stuff. You just don't see like crimes happening like you do in like bigger cities. Well, and even like, smaller towns are usually run down now. This one is not like that. So we live literally a mile from Walmart, or you can go right across the street pretty much to Target. So you pay for the experience. So I just always go to Target, because this Walmart back in 2014 had gotten, there was a guy that was killed in there, and he was shot because he had a like BB gun and he waved it around, I guess. And the cops took that as a threat and they shot this poor guy. So he dies in the Walmart. And I'm just like, I'm just going to stay away from Walmart. It was just something in me. It just stays away from there. Well, last night on the live, everyone was like, don't go to Target. And I was like, what are they talking about? We're like getting off the live. And must not have saw it in the chat, but I was like so mad. I wanted to go last night, but Vincent was like half asleep. And I was like, I can't go over there by myself. What if someone gets me? But because I didn't know how bad it was. I still don't know how bad it was. I know that people were streaming it through Twitter, but I don't know. I haven't heard anything. And so I didn't go to Target last night. I stayed home. I stayed home. I was like, I'm just going to stay at home. Cause I was like, oh my gosh, because I think it was Paige or someone put in the chat, like, it's right there, like right where you are. And I'm like, oh my gosh, it's right where I'm at. Like, oh, I was looking it up as I was still like in the chat. That's what it was. And I was like, oh, so let me see if I can find a thing on it. Because Walmart has better deals. I mean, I've been in there, Okay, let's see here. Oh, wow. Okay, let's pull this up really quick. Wow, I guess he did some more stuff than I thought. Because last night there wasn't anything on there. Yeah, that's what it says, Jan. It says, yeah, shooter wounds 4. And they're getting ready to redo this Walmart too. That's why they have like the Walmart sign off of it. And you can see like the paint is kind of weird right here. Because they're switching out the brick and the other stuff. But it says, yeah, 4 people were wounded after a shooter opened fire at a Walmart near Dayton, Ohio, before taking his own life Monday night. Wow, that's sad. The suspect was identified as 20 years old, 20-year-old Benjamin Charles Jones, who lived in Dayton. That is terrible. Like, he's so young. Police said Jones entered the store in Beaver Creek about 10 miles east of Dayton around 8:35 p.m. and shot 4 people before turning the gun on himself. That's got to be terrifying for everybody that saw that. I mean, and just, oh my Lord. Witnesses saw Jones enter the Walmart holding a rifle that police identified as an high point 45 caliber carbine long gun, which is a semi-automatic rifle. Now, would you be scared if you saw somebody walking into Walmart with just a rifle? Like, I don't know if I would be, because I mean, they sell them there. Like, I mean, it wasn't in a box or nothing. It should be in a box, but I don't know. It's this time of the year, Wist, this time of the year. That's when the S word goes up, and it's a bad time for some people, really. It says he then walked through the different parts of the store, appearing to shoot indiscriminately at patrons. No shots were fired at any responding police officers. The victims were taken to nearby hospitals for treatment, which they have one like right there, and they have a trauma one like right there. So, I mean, thankfully they have those hospitals available. One man and three women were injured. 3 are in stable condition and 1 remains in critical. Oh, I hope that they're okay. Just says largely random that he was just shooting. And then just talks about the shooting that happened that I was telling you guys about before. Wow. See, that's why I just stayed home. When you guys told me to stay home, I stayed home. Oh, thank you, Ashley. I've never heard of the carbine before, I don't think. I used to sell guns back when I was like 19, 20, 21, something like that. I used to work at a sporting goods store, and that's what I did. I sold guns sometimes. Yeah, they do. Jules, look, like just all the cases that we cover, we're seeing they're like Alec Murdaugh, there's like 1,000 guns. Then we Rex Heuermann, 300 guns. It's like, how many? And like some of them already registered. It's like, why do you need that many? I mean, I don't understand it. I understand if you're like a collector, but if you're just showcasing them in your house and they don't have no rhyme or reason, I don't know. Just very strange to me. But then again, I don't know. But I do like to shoot guns. I used to shoot guns all the time when I was in high school. And even after a little bit. Just saw where some lady shot another lady for a turkey. Oh my West. Oh my gosh. Can you imagine? Over a turkey. No one needs a gun. Yeah. I don't need a gun when I got a mouth like me. Man. That's so crazy. That boy was 20 years old. Man. I feel for his parents and everybody, It's, I guess, go to Walmart. Yeah. If you want to go to a large crowd. Like, what was the end result? Like, if you're thinking about that, like, even if I'm at my most unrationalist moment, I can't put myself to think, I'm going to go take this gun to Walmart and just shoot people. I'm going to go get that dog that bone. I can hear her barking. Hold on 1 second. Let me grab it for her. Vincent got it as soon as I opened the door. He was standing there. Kind of scared me. I was like, it was behind something. Silly dog. My dog's the silliest. It's just the gray one that does weird stuff like that. Well, no, the other one does weird stuff too, I guess. Yeah, Alicia. Yeah, no, I understand more than one gun. It's just I don't understand like the hundreds when they've got like a whole shop full. Because even my brother, like he hunts. I've seen the inside of a deer. I don't ever want to see that again. I come from a hunting family, and him and his sons go hunting, but they probably between the 3 of them only have maybe 4 to 6 guns, I would say, and they hunt a lot. But I don't know. I'd have to ask them. I have to ask that question. Just maybe he has more than I think. So if you would like to become a member of our channel, I'm going to go ahead and throw the channel membership link. Oops, there we go. Into the chat. If you're just coming in, if you guys don't mind just taking a second to hit the like button, it really will help the channel and it'll help get her story out there because Madalina's story needs to be screamed. We need to be screaming this from the rooftops. I'm not sure why no one's isn't. We've been covering this on the channel today. Well, today marks 1 year since she disappeared, but in a few days, it'll be 1 year since we started covering this case. Actually, next month. Next month will be 1 year. But today's the 1 year of her disappearance. So we're going to go ahead and cover it today. And this is where it kind of all started. So she's 11 years old. Just to give you, she's actually 12 years old now. But she was last seen on surveillance camera coming off of her school bus around, it was 4:59. So right around 5 p.m. She gets out of school late. I think after 4 o'clock, they got out of school there, which that's crazy to me. We got out at 3:05. I think she got out at like 4:15 at her school. So she wasn't home until about 5 o'clock. She does not go back to school following Thanksgiving break because the 21st today would have been the day that she would have been getting off the bus for Thanksgiving break. So this is the Cornelius, North Carolina Police Department, and they are the only people that are actively searching for her right now that I know of. She has no family over here. They're from Moldova, so they're from another, like a European country. And her mom got married to a man over here that was from Michigan, but he moved to North Carolina. And I'm thinking it's kind of one of them little mail order bride kind of setup deals. He's in his 60s. She's in her 30s. Just very, very strange duo. And I found a YouTube video of her. It's all in like a different language, but there's little Madalina in there, like baby Madalina, and like her growing up almost, like her in her first few years of like being a baby. And I was just like, oh my gosh. So I have to show you guys that. Because I thought it was really, really, really cute. The pictures of, Madalina, or the video. So on December 15th, 2022, at approximately 1:12 p.m., the Cornelius Police Department began investigating a missing persons report involving a juvenile. So she was last seen today, but she wasn't reported missing until the 15th of December. The parents of the juvenile reported the juvenile missing to Bailey Middle School. And this was we'll get to this too, but this was only an after she was truant from school. And it says Bailey Middle School, where the juvenile attends school. The juvenile was last seen at home on the evening of November 23rd, 2022, and has not been seen since. This is an active investigation, but the police department is asking the public for any information they may have on the whereabouts of Madalina Cojocari. She is an 11-year-old white female. She weighs approximately 90 pounds. She was last seen wearing jeans, pink, purple, and white Adidas shoes, and a white t-shirt and jacket. Anyone with information is asked to contact Cornelius Police Department 704-892-7773 or North Mecklenburg Crime Stoppers at 704-896-7867. And they now have the FBI is involved in this case. But this was the first flyer that I saw for Madalina. I can't believe it's already been a year. And this case gets me going. Wait, I'll get there. The grandmother's got me like already. I mean, I'm just like, her interview and the way she just presented herself was like, just kind of like, let us go home and we'll just leave. Like, no, that's not how it works over here in the United States of A. We're going to find, Madalina, and then we'll talk about what we're going to do with you guys afterwards. But this really has the Lori Daybell, Valo Daybell vibes. And do you guys remember when that first happened? When, JJ's grandparents, like, they rang the alarm and they were like, okay, something's up. What's going on? Everybody was on her. Everybody was on her. Like, where's the children? You had reporters chasing her down, flying to Hawaii to get the story. And then you got Madalina over here that has nobody in the United States other than her mother that's in jail, and her stepfather just got bailed out of jail. So it's like, there's just nobody there to scream it and be like, where is this girl? Sometimes I wish they could just like really shake the parents. Cause I mean, they need to. So let me see what I wanted to show you guys next. I'm going to go over the timeline with you guys. This timeline is from when we first started covering this case last year. So back 2022. And then I put some more stuff in today. So it'll kind of get us caught up until today. So it's pretty, not like super long, but it's pretty long. Let me go up to the top here so I can share it with you. Maybe it would be, trying to think if it would be easier just to do it the other way. Let's see if it will. Because then that way I can see the screen better with you guys. Let's see. No, it doesn't matter. Okay, we're just going to do it the first way. That I just had it because it looks a little bit better. So we'll do it this way. And what I'll do is I'll just put you guys over here. Sorry, I'm going to put the chats on the other screen so that way I can see what you guys are saying. I don't know how some people do this like super, super, super fast, but whatever. We'll get there, huh? Okay. That way I can see what you guys are saying a little bit better. So, okay, here we go. This is the timeline disappearance of Madalina Cojocari. This is my favorite picture that they have up of her. Like out of all the pictures, I love this picture. She just looks so happy and she looks so sweet. Very sweet little girl. And I spelled timeline wrong. And timeline of events surrounding the Cornelius 11-year-old's disappearance. And don't mind my spelling errors if I have any. So November 16th, 2022, she was last seen by her stepdad. Chris Paltmedler said he believed the last time he saw Madalina was a week before his trip, a date that fell on November 16th. And that's him there. On November 21st, 2022, she was last seen publicly. So that's when I'm putting her as disappeared. Like, you know, because after this, it's just her mother, Diana, saying that she saw her. So Madalina's last confirmed sighting was on November 21st. Surveillance shows her getting off of the bus at 4:59 p.m. at her bus stop. And it looks like it's almost like it's probably the last bus stop of the day because it doesn't look like any other kids are on the bus. And I'll go ahead and I'll show you that really quick. This is the like 19-second clip. It's not even a full 19 seconds that we get to see her, but this is the last, surveillance of Madalina. She will be, I believe she's the second or third kid behind. I think the third child behind. And I'll pause it. Yeah, she's right there. Okay, so actually I'll play it and then I'll rewind it. I'm trying to get like her to look up, but she looks down a lot, like me. But yeah, this is the last sighting that we have of her. So that was last year on this date. So it brings us to November 23rd. She's last seen by her mom. Diana Cojocari told a school resource officer on December 15th that Madalina went into her room the night of November 23rd to go to bed. Cojocari said she and her husband, Christopher Paltmedler, argued that night. But he's saying that he didn't see her. He hadn't seen her. So that was November 23rd. So November 23rd, they had a fight. They had an argument. He leaves. So stepdad goes to Michigan on the 24th. That would have been Thanksgiving Day. Chris Paltmedler said he drove to his family's house in Michigan the next morning to recover some items. And I think it was like the wee hours of the morning. Diana said she went to check on Madalina around 11:30 that day and noticed Madalina was not in her room. Now, how many of you guys celebrate Thanksgiving? We all celebrate Thanksgiving. How many of you guys have seen your mom in that kitchen at like 5 or 6 in the morning, the day of Turkey Day, getting everything together? That I remember that as a kid. We were all up. We were all up early because that's what we did. There would have been no way that I would have been at around 11:30. What? My mom would have saw me at the butt crack of dawn. I would have been awake, doing something because my body would have still been used to getting up for school. So it's crazy to me that they're arguing. He's going to Michigan. She's staying in, North Carolina, but it's holiday season. I guess it's not so crazy, but people have problems, but still. Usually kids don't go missing. November 26th, the stepdad returns. And then that's when the parents realize that Madalina is missing. So Diana said that she waited until November 26th when Chris returned home before asking if he knew where Madalina was. So she didn't know where her daughter was. So instead of calling her stepfather immediately, because that's what I would do if I had a kid with another person, or if I had a stepchild, he leaves in the middle of the night, you guys get in an argument, you don't see your child after that. The first phone call I would make would be to the step parent. Do you have Madalina? Well, no. And then I would call the police. But instead, she just waited. She was just waiting until Chris got back. I'll ask him when he gets back. I guess, what is it, long distance phone call or something? I mean, like, really, come on. He said so she asked, do you know where Madalina is? He said he didn't. And he asked her the same thing. So to make this make sense, Madalina's missing. Is she with you? Well, no, honey, she's not with me. Is she with you? Like, that doesn't even make sense on anyone's the best day. Like, these people failed this little girl in the worst way possible. So they're literally just going back and forth. Oh, you didn't see her? I didn't see her. This was on November 26th. She wasn't reported missing until December 15th. So November 26th through December, Chris said he spoke with Diana several times about Madalina's whereabouts over the next 3 weeks. They both said they didn't know where Madalina was, but they didn't report her missing to police. This little girl doesn't have friends in the neighborhood. She's very secluded, very to herself. I don't know if it's by like choice, but I think it is because friends in school have said that she was really quiet little girl, but very sweet. You don't find your child, you go to the police station. I don't care what country you're from, you know what I mean? Like everyone knows you go to police. You go to police. So the counselor visits Madalina's home, and this is on December the 12th. So she doesn't come back, after Thanksgiving break. She's been out of school since like the 21st. This is December 15th. Schools don't they don't wait around anymore. They'll come and get you for truancy. So on this day, a school resource officer at Bailey Middle School tried to make a home visit for Madalina with the 6th grade school counselor. The counselor said Madalina hadn't been to school since November 21st and no one answered the door. So she left a truancy packet when she was there. December 14th. So this was on the 12th. So 2 days go by. Now, I don't know if the school was calling Madalina's mom, Diana. I'm sure that's what was happening. I'm sure she didn't reach out on her own, but they got a hold of her. And Diana agrees to meet the counselor and to bring Madalina with her. Just like in Lori Vallow, bring the children, produce the children. You have until this day to produce the children. Instead of it being the officers, because the officers don't even know at this point that she's missing, it's the school that's saying that. The counselor said Diana Cojocari called her for a meeting about Madalina. She said Cojocari told her she'd bring Madalina to school on December 15th and they'd meet about the truancy. December 15th rolls around and Madalina is reported missing. Diana arrived without Madalina and met the counselor. Diana said Madalina had been missing since November 23rd, according to the arrest report. When asked why she didn't report Madalina missing until that day, Diana said she was worried it might start a conflict between her and Chris. The what? So your daughter is missing for 3 weeks. And you're like, I'm not going to ask my husband about it because I don't want to bother him. I don't want no conflict. What? It doesn't even make, none of this makes sense. She needs to produce the child. I want to smack that look off her face. I really do. This family, it really gets me. Even the grandmother. December 16th, 2022, the FBI joins the investigation. And that's when they confirm that they're helping the Cornelius, North Carolina Police Department. And then December 17th, that's when the mom and stepdad, Chris, are arrested. So Madalina's mother and stepfather are arrested. Both were charged with failure to report the disappearance of a child to law enforcement. And on one of our lives over Madalina's case, I have a playlist. We did go over the arrest warrant, arrest affidavit. We'll go over that again tonight because it's like one page. And then we did go over the search warrants as well. So December 21st was the search warrant was executed. Investigators executed a search warrant at the family's home. It is unclear why police returned to the house. And then this is their update on December 27th. Investigators say they've pursued 250 leads, interviewed hundreds of people, knocked on 245 doors, and reviewed hours of video to look for clues. There wasn't any, there's just not a lot of clues. So December 28th, that's when the judge sets new bond conditions for her parents, or stepfather and mom. They're both required to surrender their passports. And then Chris Paltmittler would also have to wear an electronic monitoring device if he was let out of jail. Now, I don't know why it was just him and not both. But yeah, why would you wait that long, right, ALR? I know. Yeah, it doesn't make sense to me. It isn't true. No, it's really, it's really simple like that, though. Okay, so that's December 30th. That's when we got the search warrants. And she did say whenever Madalina was missing, when she couldn't find her anymore, that she said that a book bag was taken, she thought, and some clothes. But that's just her, I think, covering her own ass. Police asked anyone in Madison County who saw a Prius or Diana Cojocari in the area to reach out to them. And this is January 6th, 2023. And they're looking for her mom's car. Oh, I'm sorry. January 10th was when the search warrants were unsealed, and that's when we went over them. So the redacted warrants reveal what investigators are looking for in the case. Investigators, and this was on February 14th, 2023. So law enforcement returns to the home, and investigators and a canine officer were outside the home between 3 p.m. and 5 p.m. March 8th, 2023, more search warrants. Warrants show that Madalina Cojocari's mom asked her relative to help smuggle them. Authorities also found calls to people involved in drug investigations in the relatives' call records. So then it's kind of people were bringing up was she, trafficked or something? I don't know what happened to her, but I don't think that Diana is keeping her mouth shut because she knows where her daughter is and her daughter's safe. I don't think I just don't see that. I mean, I think she would have said something by now. You're in jail for a year. Nope. She's being quiet for too long, and she's getting in trouble inside of jail too. Come on now, Diana, get your crap together. April 14th, 2023, Diana Cojocari is charged with drugs possession while in jail. Speaking of which, Diana Cojocari had been charged with drug possession on jail premises, according to the Mecklenburg County Sheriff's Office. The charges would later be dropped on July 6, 2023, because insufficient evidence. Now, I don't understand, because they found the drugs in her pocket of her shirt, or like the pocket, I think it was like the breast pocket of her shirt. So, what insufficient evidence? What do you mean? It didn't test positive for anything? Like that's crazy. Yeah, Willie, they know where she is. Someone knows. And I believe he knows just as much as she does. If she doesn't want to start a conflict with him, she's going to definitely tell him where she put the kid. She's not going to keep that from him. That would start a conflict. If he says, "Where's Madalina?" she's going to tell him. I mean, like, that's crazy. So then July 10th of this year, I got really excited about when this happened. Tipsters believe they spotted Madalina in California. They confirmed that the police department did confirm, but it was a Facebook post, and they said that they thought that it was Madalina, but they later came back and said that it wasn't Madalina. More documents were unsealed, and that was July 18th, 2023. Cornelius Police detectives released 190 pages of previously sealed documents related to the search of Madalina Cojocari. These documents provide new details on a possible sighting in the North Carolina mountains in early December 2022. So that would have been after, Thanksgiving break, but before she was, missing, reported missing. August 17th, 2023, Paul Mittler and Cojocari, they both appear in court. Missing girl Madalina Cojocari's mother, Diana, and stepfather both pleaded not guilty, with Paul Mittler's defense insisting he didn't know where Madalina was. Paul Mittler was granted a secure $25,000 bond with an electronic monitoring and a pretrial supervision. So when they first went into jail, their bond was, I believe hers is $250,000 and his was like, or maybe his was $250,000 and hers was $200,000, which I don't know why hers was lower than his, but I believe it was. And then they went to court. They've been in jail for like almost a year at this point, and they lower his bond to $25,000. I guess maybe because he was supposed to be out of town when they think she disappeared. I'm not sure why he got out, but that's what I'm assuming. So he got out. He's been out. I don't know if they're communicating or not. We haven't heard anything. I'm wondering if they are. August 17th, Diana's mother shows up in the U.S. Oh, man. This woman, you're going to read that. You'll hear the interview. The way she says things, and I know she's not from here, and maybe that's what it is, but she words it like, if you just let my daughter go, we'll leave your country. We'll be out of here. We'll be out. Like, no, that's not how we work over here. Kids go up missing. We find the kid and we arrest the parents if they're involved. Like, we don't just let you go back home. I mean, it was insanity when I was watching it. I don't know. It made my blood boil because she hasn't, Madalina's lived over here since she was like 3 or 4 years old, and she's 12 now. So how close are you with your granddaughter? I think it's more she's trying to bail her daughter out. Outside the courthouse, Madalina's grandmother, Ricotta, also traveled from Moldova, spoke to reporters in Russian. Just like previous court records show, Madalina's grandmother reiterates that she believes Madalina was sold for money. She thinks that Madalina and Diana were sold for $5 million. But they must have forgot about Diana. We'll listen to that interview because she's just, yeah. Oh, so it does say right here. Okay. So it went from 200,000 to 25,000. Sorry. And he was released on August 18th around 5:30 p.m. And then on August 24th, Cojocari bond set. So Diana had her bond reduced to 100,000. So when I heard this, I flipped because I was like, what? They lowered her bond. I was like, she didn't produce a child. But it was later police came out and told it was done by mistake. And her bond remains at $250,000 bond. And as of right now, she has no court date that I could see. Let's see if case status 1217 pending. I don't see anything. So that was 11/2 release order. Well, that didn't work. Okay. I don't know what this is. It's just it's the amount of bond, 250,000. Okay. I was just making sure that wasn't anything. So it looks like she hasn't been in there since 11/2. Or that's when this attachment was created. Okay. Oh, that just goes back. Okay. I just wanted to double check because I don't think she has another court date. Hey, Brooks. Oh, yes. Yes. I love Madalina. I care about her deeply. Thanks for being here. So I don't think she has a court date set up, which is, man, let's get this ball rolling. We have a little girl out there, let's get the ball rolling. What did I want to show you guys next? We actually went through that like really, really fast. Not like really, really fast, but faster than I anticipated. But I'm going to read you guys. I wanted to read you guys their arrest report next, or their arrest sheet. We went through all of these search warrants on the channel before, and I guess they had just came out with some new ones over the summer. I don't know if I read the 190 pages. We read a lot on this channel though, so I'm gonna have to go back and double check. I remember my first video on this. It was back when I sat back there. So this is the Mecklenburg County Arrest Processing Center. And like I said, Diana's still in jail. Chris is on the outside now. I don't know what he's doing, where he's at, who he's with. I mean, he can't probably leave the state. So I don't know. I'm assuming he moved back into his house. I mean, it's his house. They probably released it to him. He's probably back in there. I don't know. But I do have an update for tonight too. There's not like a huge update, but they just had like a gathering and stuff, and the officers come out and speak, and they're still looking for her. So on Thursday, December 15th, 2022, at approximately 13:12 hours, officer responded to Bailey Middle School. The complainant, Diana Cojocari, and it has their address, reported her juvenile daughter, Madalina Cojocari, has been missing since approximately 1200 hours on Tuesday, November 22nd, 2022. Hold on a second. She's a damn liar. That would have been the 24th. Wouldn't it? Now I'm gonna have to go back to that timeline. Okay, I'm gonna have to go back over and look at that. On Monday, December 12th, 2022, at approximately 1400 hours, Bailey Middle School resource officer Jay Nobles attempted a home visit with sixth grade school counselor, Miss Lampkin, in reference to Madalina Cojocari. Miss Lampkin stated Madalina had not been to school since Monday, November 21st, 2022. There was no answer at the door, and a truancy packet was left by Miss Lampkin. On Wednesday, December 14th, Ms. Lampkin advised Madalina Cojocari's mother, Diana Cojocari, called her requesting a meeting in reference to Madalina. Ms. Lampkin advised Diana Cojocari, stated she would bring Madalina to school on Thursday and meet with Ms. Lampkin in reference to the truancy. On Thursday, December 15th, 2022, Diana Cojocari arrived at the school without Madalina and met with Ms. Lampkin. Ms. Lampkin requested Officer Nobles step into the meeting. When Officer Nobles arrived, Ms. Lampkin and Diana advised me that Madalina has been missing since Tuesday, November 23rd. Yeah, so why is she saying the 22nd up there at approximately 1200 hours? Officer Noble spoke to Diana Cojocari, who advised she last saw Madalina on Wednesday, November 23rd at 2200 hours. She stated that Madalina went into her room that night to go to bed. Diana stated her and her husband, Christopher Paltmedler, argued that night, and the next morning he drove to his family's house in Michigan to recover some items. And I remember this. We went through it in the timeline, but he had just gotten back from like taking a trip to Michigan. So Michigan, from like his place in North Carolina to Michigan, it's like a 12-hour drive one way. So what was he picking up? Like, I mean, you couldn't mail it. You couldn't ship it down there. Like, I mean, it's not important that you got to just drive to Michigan. And we never found out what it was, really. Just some items, you know. Diana Cojocari stated she went to check on Madalina around 11:30. On the 24th, and noticed Madalina was not in her room. Diana Cojocari stated she waited until Saturday, November 26th at 1900 hours when Chris returned home before asking if he knew where Madalina was. Christopher stated he did not and asked the same question in return. That's like the dumbest response to somebody asking, have you seen our child? Have you seen my child? No. Have you seen her? Like, if somebody said that back to me, I mean, I would have called immediately, but I mean, I'd probably be like, are you kidding me right now? Like, I don't even know what that conversation could have even been like, but they're probably because there was no conversation. So it says here that I asked Diana why she did not report Madalina missing until now. Diana stated she was worried it might start a conflict between her and Chris. I never heard nothing about that like that in my life. Officer Nobles requested she contact Christopher and have him come to the school. Officer Nobles then contacted Detective G. Patterson and Detective B. Nichols for assistance. On Thursday, December 15th, 2022, Chris Paltmedler stated that on 11/23/2022, he left his residence to make a trip to Michigan to pick up items. He advised that he did not see Madalina the day he left and believed that the last time he saw her was a week before his trip. What was she doing? She was just hanging out at her place. She didn't come over. She's 11 years old at the time. What do you mean you haven't seen her? Where were you? Like, are you blind? Do you not open your eyes at home? Did you not ask Diana? Hey, where's your kid at? I haven't seen, Madalina around. You just went on with life as usual, I guess, huh? Right? It's just crazy to me. Yeah, no, I don't think Chris did it. I think that Diana did, though. I think Diana did something with her. I don't think that she just snuck her away. I don't. But in my heart, I want to believe that she is okay out there. But it's just been a year. Like, where is she? It's hard to ship, like, it's hard to sneak people out of the country and not be known. Like, you know what I mean? It's not like she got on a plane with some crazy old man and she just went wherever. Like, that's not how this is going to work. You know, like, they know something. Now, I wonder if Diana's talked to anybody inside of the jail since she's been there. Like, if she's had to say something to somebody, I would think. He advised that he did not see Madalina. Actually, I read the part. Chris told Diana that he did not know where Madalina was either. Chris stated that he asked Diana if she had hidden Madalina, and Diana asked Chris if he had hidden Madalina. So it's literally, they're going back and forth. Have you seen her? No, I haven't seen her. Have you seen her? No. Was she with you? Nope, she's not with me. Is she with you? Nope. Did you take her on a trip with you? No. Did you take her on a trip? No. So here, where we're at. Asked if you hidden her. Like, no. Why? Chris did not report her missing to the police at that time. And why didn't he report her missing right then and there? Like, okay. That's where he messed up. If he didn't do anything to her, but when he got home, he was like, there's going days and days and days, and he's not seeing her. I mean, as a stepfather, that's your duty. You know, I mean, that's point blank period. As a person, as a human, if you know someone's missing, it's a little girl and she's 11 years old, you go and you call the police. You don't wait until the school comes to you. Like, it just says that, you know, they spoke several times about Madalina being missing. Diana said she didn't know where she was, pretty much. That's just crazy to me. Let me go back up a little bit so I can see what you guys were saying. Yeah, you guys are so right. Yeah, I know that, yeah, you could buy documents, but I don't think that these ones, you have to pay for them, actually. I think these ones are actually free. I know the ones that I'm getting, like, that I'm getting for Chelsea Grimm, I think those ones do. But these ones, I believe that all of the ones that I've gotten for Diana so far have all been free. Because I have her arrest warrants too. Let me see if I can pull those up. I can. I'll put this in the chat if anybody wants to look over the arrest warrant or the actual warrants and stuff too. That way you guys will have it. That way you don't have to pay for it or anything. Because I just got this like right online. So, oh yeah, I want to show you this. I want to show you this next. I want to show you Madalina's grandmother because she's a trip. So Madalina goes missing, you know, a year ago. Nobody comes over from Moldova, you know, I mean, that's pretty far. I understand that. But her daughter has a court hearing, and all of a sudden, mom's coming over from Moldova. So she had a little bit of stuff to say. They translated it for us because she's, you know, speaking another language. But you'll get the gist of her personality. And she's basically, in my opinion, she's basically taking up for her daughter in a way. Like, just giving her excuse, I feel like. Just saying that she thinks that they were sold to traffickers for $5 million and this, that, and the other. It's pretty intense. Let me play this and then blow it up for you.
Cornelius girl, Madalina Cojocari.
Within the last few hours, a judge lowering the bond for Madalina's stepfather, Christopher Palmer, from $200,000 to $25,000. We thought that was interesting. So Palmer also pleading not guilty for failing to report Madalina's disappearance. Just earlier today, though, Madalina's mother, Diana Cojocari, also pleading not guilty on the same charge. You'll remember Madalina was last seen November 23rd getting off a school bus in Cornelius, but her parents did not tell police she was missing until December 15th. That was 3 weeks later.
WCNC Charlotte's Lexi Wilson was in court today as both parents faced a judge. Lexi is joining us now from outside the Mecklenburg County Courthouse. What happened today, Lexi?
It was tense in court today. Both parents pleaded not guilty to their charges, which means this case will head to trial as Madalina remains missing. Defense attorneys laying out their case why Christopher Palmer claims he did not know Madalina went missing. Prosecutors calling that ridiculous.
The idea that he could have been in his home for 3 weeks and not notice she was missing is laughable.
In the end, the judge gave Palmer a lower bond Thursday at $25,000 secured. He's charged with failure to report the disappearance of a child to law enforcement. His wife, Madalina's mom, Diana Cojocari, faces the same charge. Both pleaded not guilty to the charges. The state did not offer a plea deal to either of them. Madalina was last seen in November getting off this school bus. Today, we heard from Diana Cojocari's mother, Madalina's grandmother. With the help of a translator, she shared pictures with us and told us she believes Christopher Palmer is a criminal and that he sold Madalina. My Madalina is alive, and I hope the FBI and detectives find my granddaughter, and together with Diana and Madalina, we'll leave this country.
I'm just going to pause it right there. Did you hear that? Grandma said, Madalina's alive. We're going to find Madalina, and then me, Madalina, and Diana, we're just going to fly back over to our country. No, that's not how this works. This doesn't work like that. We need you to produce the child, and you're still going to be under arrest. I mean, like, I wonder when would this charge be upgraded? Like, how many years, how many months have to go by? Like, I mean, because I know to be technically, like, legally, I think it has to be like 7 years, isn't it, or something like that, to be like legally, like pronounced, like, or saying like they're like, yeah, they're deceased. But I think I don't know how many years is, but yeah, exactly, Isabel. She's unhappy for all the wrong reasons. She's trying to take up for Diana so much, and it's just like it just comes off really bad.
I asked her if she had a message for Madalina. Through tears, she says that I love her very, very much. Madalina and Diana, I love them very much. And it is possible that Palmer could be bonded out of.
He was bonded out that day. So she also said that she believes that they were sold to traffickers for $5 million. So they're just leaving Diana Cojocari. I mean, I'm sorry, but $5 million. What kind of backdoor is this? Like, sale is this? I don't know. I think the grandmother is making up some stuff. I think she's listening to Diana, and she's listening to her a little bit too much. Maybe grandma did. Shoot. I wanted to show you guys this video here, though, because this just came out. It's just like a few minutes, a little short video, but it'll give us a little bit of an update on what they're doing as of now. And as of right now, Diana doesn't have a next court date. So how does that, like, I don't even know how that works. Like, you're just sitting in there. I mean, I would be like, when's my next hearing? I don't see it anywhere in her like paperwork. So if you guys know, let me know. But I just looked through we looked through her jail stuff, and it didn't look like it was in there. So
on me personally and professionally, and really, our department as a whole.
Yeah, today marks a sad anniversary. It has been 1 year since Madalina Cojocari, the 11-year-old from Cornelius, was last seen. A little over in an hour, people in Cornelius will gather to pray for her safe return.
Today, Channel 9's Hunter Signs sat down with the police chief there to talk about the impact of this case and about Madalina.
New banners stand outside the Cornelius Police Department, reminding everyone the search for little Madalina Cojocari continues 1 year since she was last seen publicly.
I just see an 11-year-old little girl that was getting off the bus to go home just like every other kid does.
Cornelius Police Chief David Bockham reflects on this moment, the last time Madalina was seen getting off her school bus a year ago today. In that time, he's learned a lot about her.
She loved the outdoors. She loved going to the mountains. She loved horses. She loved playing video games. She was just like any other typical little girl.
It was 3 weeks after she was last seen when a school resource officer and counselor got involved that Madalina was finally reported missing. 2 days after that, her mother, Diana Cojocari, and stepfather, Christopher Palmer, were arrested for failing to report her missing. Since then, Bockham's department has been throwing everything they have at the case. At least 8 of his detectives are working it, along with agents assigned to the case from the SBI and FBI. Bockham says it's a mass effort that never really leaves them.
It's taken a toll on me personally and professionally, and really, our department as a whole. I mean, we have poured our heart and soul into this investigation, from the top down.
Bockham can't comment on specifics about the case. He doesn't want to jeopardize the ongoing work of his officers.
Do you believe that either of those parents had anything to do with her disappearance?
I can't comment either way on that.
Is there any reason to believe that there could be a significant break in this case soon?
I can't comment either way.
But he will be the first to tell you
Aww.
this case eats at him.
Why does it get to you like that?
I think it's because I care so deeply about this community and this department, and I see the strain this investigation has taken on everyone, and we just want to find Madalina.
Do you still have hope personally that she's alive out there?
I do.
Madalina's mother, Diana Cojocari, is still in jail tonight. Madalina's stepfather, Christopher Palmer, bonded out back in August. We tried to pay a visit to his Cornelius home earlier today to ask him if there was anything he had to say on this anniversary, but when we got there, we were met by several no trespassing signs on his property. Live tonight outside the Cornelius Police Department. Hunter Signs, Channel 9, Eyewitness News.
Well, I wish they would have showed us the signs. No trespassing signs. Oh my gosh. Oh my. You're going to need that little bit of protection, buddy. You know? That is really sad to see the officer, the chief crying like that. Yeah. Police can do their jobs based on lies. No. And I mean, that makes me feel better that he said that he still thinks like, you know, that there's hope. Just like, good night, Jules. Have a good night. Man, this is a sad case. That's all I really had to show you guys though. Everything else we pretty much covered like on the, I mean, we've covered all this, but you know, we've covered everything on the channel. Let's see. I was going to actually, so there is another update. I'll probably do like a short video and put it out for you guys, or maybe we'll just do another live over it here in a couple days. But Chad Dowerman, he goes to trial. He goes on trial July 8th. I'm going to be there for opening statements at least. He's the dad that executed his 3 sons in the front yard of their home over the summer. It's about an hour and 15 minutes from where I live. So I want to make sure I'm there for at least opening statements because that's usually what you're going to get. I don't know why he's not pleading guilty to this. I mean, I don't understand it, but maybe he's trying to, I don't know, the death penalty's on the table. So you would think that he would be like, okay, can I get a deal? Like, no DP, I plead guilty, but maybe they said nobody. And so he pled not guilty, but he is definitely, he's pleading not guilty. So we'll be there. We'll be there to look. Let me see if I can pull this up of Madalina. Okay, so this is Madalina Cojocari. I want to show you guys this a little bit. I'm just going to skim through it. I'm not going to play the video, but so this is her. And then I don't know what this is supposed to be for. It was for some like weight loss thing, I think. But that's her. That would be Madalina. And then this little picture here. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Diana. And they're just like talking through this. It's like a little video. But yeah, that's like her weight loss journey. So you can see her belly and stuff. That's why she's showing herself in a bathing suit. And then this is her, like, I guess, getting healthy. This is all in a different language. So I wouldn't be able to understand it. Maybe you guys could. And then, yeah. So that's what she used to look like. Hades, yes. He confessed. There's a witness. Yeah. Yeah. There's 2 witnesses. The daughter and the wife. Oh, gosh, it's crazy. Yeah. Good night, everybody that's going to bed. We're getting ready to get off here too. But I wanted to do that for Madalina. We're still going to be following this case. We're still following it. I really wish that there was more, just more to like, you know, tell you guys. I wish that there was a place that we knew where we could go and start searching for her, but there's like not even a spot, like a centralized spot. Or I would even, you know, plan a vacation next summer and go down there and just, you know, do that. But there's not even a place to start with her. Like, you know, I hope that the officers, they do have more information, I hope, than what they're giving us. But we are going to cover Delphi tomorrow. There's a lot of updates in Delphi. We're going to do like 2 days back to back because Jan just sent me like more documents. There was like, I don't know how many pages, 20 some. I did get the documents. The one from today, the 20 some pages. And then we have the transcript still to go through. So we'll have a lot of reading. But that transcript's good. It'll keep us on our toes. And then also, what? Richard Allen's judge hospitalized. Did you guys hear? What? Is Judge Gall hospitalized? I'm on YouTube. You always send me another one. She is? For what? This is out of control. No, this is out of control. She's home now. Okay. Oh, this is crazy. This is crazy. I just saw it when I went to my YouTube. It says Delphi murdered Richard Allen's judge hospitalized. I'm like, what? This case is crazy, y'all. It's just getting crazier and crazier. Man. Wow. I need to put that video out I have of Delphi too. I have it wrote down. I'm like, do these voiceovers for these videos because they just did one on Court TV. And I was like, Tanya, you have that same footage. I have like actually nicer footage, I think. So she's working from home. So will she be able to even go? They better hurry up and get his butt to trial. Yeah, Isabel. I always try to give you guys I always try to read the documents and stuff for you guys too. Except for that one time we let Robot Guy read them and we won't do that again. But I'm going to jump off here. It's a short live tonight. I have a dental appointment tomorrow, an hour and a half away from where I live at 8:30 in the morning. So, I don't know why I did that to myself, but it's just a filling. It's just a filling. I love being able to say that. Just a filling. That's fine. So actually, Jan, you only really need to use a VPN if you're using like an internet that's outside of your house. So like if you're using Starbucks Wi-Fi, you would want like a VPN but I think that if it's like legitimate sites, it's not like if it's your computer, it's, it's not as hard. It's harder to get in your actual computer than if you're on like a public access. I think that's what the VPNs are more for. Okay, I will. Yeah, actually, I'll just do it really quick. I need to check my emails, actually. I haven't checked them since I actually wrote. Are you back? I think so. Yeah, I got it. Man, and that's crisp too. That's a crisp looking document. Oh, overseas does. Oh, okay. Okay. Because I know that like a lot of people try to push VPNs on people when they don't need them like as much, so I always try to make you guys aware. I just listen to what Vincent says. I don't know. Good night, Alicia. Have a good day tomorrow. I bet you're gonna have a big old Thanksgiving. I could see it. But if I don't see you guys on tomorrow night's live, I hope you guys have a wonderful Thanksgiving. Hopefully you're spending it with your family. If you're not, that's fine too. Take it for yourself. Take a day off for you. Get your nails done. Do them yourself. Maybe soak your feet. Make your husband or your wife give you a massage. Just be thankful for what you've got. That's what I always try to say. But good night. I hope you guys all have a wonderful evening. If you don't mind just hitting the like button on the way out. If you're watching on a replay, hashtag where is Madalina Cojocari or hashtag missing Madalina Cojocari. Let's just try to get her voice heard and her name out there. So thank you guys all so much for being with me tonight. I appreciate it. And I'll see you guys all tomorrow. Bye, guys.